channel. My name is Laura, and today I am going through my flip through of my bullet journal right now. I've used the bullet journal in the past and I had a lot of issues with it, so I just mainly wound up doing collections in this book. This is a book that I got at Michael's for $5, and I've been using this since 2017. I've written in it in 2018 and also in 2019, so it's an ongoing thing. So I wanted to share with you what it looks like now because I'm getting ready for hashtag One Book July, and the whole idea is to do the bullet journal the correct way. So I'm going to start over again, but I'm going to share with you what I did in this book so far. So yeah, so here we go. Here is my index, and the very first page is my key, which I didn't even use these things. I mostly used the box, which is to do, and the done. So all these other things I didn't really use. So I'm going to start all over fresh, and I will have a new key for July. So here's my index, as I said before. Now, the reason they are highlighted is because the collections are done and I am not adding anything else. If it is in white, that means it is still active. So that's why I highlighted it and wrote the page numbers down. So here's a lot of stuff that's done. There's like, you won't go back to that page. So yeah. And my index, because I was doing something different, I was doing a lot of collections in this book. So yeah, I almost ran out of index pages. So next time I do it, I probably will have leave more pages for my index. Then the first page is a quote that I wanted to put in the book, and I also covered my address here. It says, "Life isn't about waiting for the storms to pass, it's about learning to dance in the rain," and I drew this in. So that I started this book in September of 2017. So then I am a Snoopy fan, so I found this: "Learn from yesterday, live for today, look to tomorrow, rest this afternoon." I love Snoopy, so it had to be included in my book. Now, I did do the future log. Now, I drew it in, but I hardly ever wrote in it. So, like, I don't know if I'm going to be doing the future log in July. I don't know. So that is that. And then I did this. I wanted to read The Sleeping Beauties by Stephen King, so I wrote a tracking, and I did get to chapter 2, part 2. I got up to 52 pages, but like I never finished it. So yeah, that was like, it's a long book, as you can tell. Anyway, then I started Inktober, and I really loved Inktober because I was able to draw, and I love drawing. So the first thing was songs I like, and I added Taylor Swift. Yeah, that's my drawing of Taylor Swift there, and all the songs that I like by her. Then I did October highlights, which I really enjoyed, and it's for every single day of October of 2017, and I journaled in each box of what we did that day, and I really like how this came out, and I used my inks, and I drew there, so that worked out really well. I really enjoyed doing that. Then I did Inktober again, and this one, the quote was divided, and so I divided up the page and drew that in there. And the next day was poison, and I drew this thing for poison. And then I tracked my steps, which is really cool because I always was trying to reach 10,000 steps, so I was able to track my steps the whole month. So the next one is underwater. I drew this one. Breathe, trust, let go, and see what happens is my quote. And I really like how that came out. Then I have a wish list, and I have a wish list all the time. I'm constantly making a list of what I want to buy, and luckily I only bought 3 things that I purchased. But I have a lot of stuff that I wanted. It does say I wanted a Foxy Fix way back in 2017, and it's coming. I finally ordered a Foxy Fix. It is coming at the end of this month, or probably in July. You will see a Foxy Fix unboxing from me. Yeah, so that's something there. I still want to get a TWSBI fountain pen. I haven't gotten that yet. There's like stuff here that I haven't gotten, so yeah. And then the next one is, the quote was long, and I drew this. Don't be like the rest of them, darling. And I thought it was really cute. The next one's sword, and of course it's Game of Thrones. I had to do Winter is Coming. And then I tried to do a gratitude page, and I kind of wrote almost every day. I wrote something that I was grateful for, and that was in October of 2017. And the quote was shy, and I drew this. I am an introvert, and I wrote about being shy. And then October, then I tried to do, this is a monthly spread, a weekly spread. And I tried to do this, but this didn't work for me. Yeah, so then I did Crooked, and I drew that there. And then I did Screech, and I drew that. Then I tried to do the level 10 life, and this is something on the internet that I found, and it's going to be hard, but hard is not impossible. And then it does my spiritual, my finances, my love, all different things on this graphy thing. Okay, Gigantic, Run, Shattered, Teaming, and then I tried to do a tracker. I'd actually finished, I filled out a lot of that, and I tried tracking the way the bullet journal does within the month. And this was the month that we had the bar mitzvah, so the picture is there. Yeah, and I did a to-do this month, so that kind of worked out good. So then I have Fierce, and here's my future log again. And as you can see, I hardly wrote anything. So I don't know if I'm going to be using it in my July, as I said before. Okay, so I have to track my sick days, and this is the great way to do it. I'm allowed 10 sick days for the year, so that's what I did, a little emoji there. And then I have to track my Hebrew school, when the kids were doing their bar mitzvah, so I was tracking the days there. The next one is a personal timeline. I really like this one because it starts from the year that I was born all the way to the year 2027. And I did this in 2017, so that's why it's highlighted. So yeah, it tells you how old you're gonna be, and yeah, how many years ago it was. It's really cool. So, and then of course I put the bar mitzvah picture in there. Then I drew Fat. Then I drew Graceful. I drew Filthy, Clouds, and then I started tracking my periods. So I did the Shark Week. Then I did Deep and Furious, Trail, and then I did the November highlights, which was, because it worked so well in October, I figured I would do November. And this is my November. And then I did Juicy and Blind. And then I did another November. This is the tracking of November, and this time I did a little pug there for November. And then I did a gratitude log, and I did that every day. And then I tracked everybody's birthday in my family, so now I know when the birthdays are. I did drew Ship and Squeak. And then I did a ultimate productivity challenge, and this worked out pretty good. And I love how it's like all different colors, but I don't think I ever completed it because see, the white's not complete. Then I drew climb. And then I wrote, this is where my books come into place. I started using this as a book journal. And I started doing lists of all the books I like to read. So here is my nonfiction for Nonfiction November. I only completed one book, but there are two that I started. Then there's authors like Colleen Hoover. She's my favorite author. So these are authors that I'd like to try one day. Then I drew Fall and United. I drew Found and Mask. And then I did my steps tracking again. And these are challenge books. And I have not read any of these yet. But I do own this one because there's a B written on it. Then, Like Big Little Lies. I love that book by Leon Moriarty. So I had a book list of other books that were like hers. And then spooky books for Halloween. And creepy books, psychological thrillers that I want to read. One sitting books where you turn the page and you just want to keep reading. So I have a list of those books I like to try. And then I did the book challenge, the ABC book challenge in 2017. And yes, I completed it. I read every book from A to Z. It's complete. Yeah, so I really like that challenge. I think I did it again in 2018. And I think I completed this year. I decided not to do it again, but it got me to read books that I probably wouldn't have picked up. Then, I have a list of keep you up all night. And this is a huge list of books that are supposed to be page turners. Yeah, and I need to start reading some of these because as you can see, I didn't read any of them, but I have a long list of these books. So yeah, again, the Can't Put Down books continued. Books that have plot twists, I did read a few of those, and I have a few that I still have on my TBR that say B on it. So yeah. Then I have Best Books by Simply Stacy. All the yellow is the ones I read already. So I've been working on that. Anything that has a B means I own the book and it's on my TBR. Fictional, historical fiction, and mystery and thrillers. And here is my Thanksgiving meal plan. I have Thanksgiving at my house every year. So yeah. Then here is my 50-50 list. Oh my God, this is horrible. Anyway, I'm going to be 50 in February next year. And my goal was to read all these books. They're mostly classics, and I think that's why I haven't read them. But anything that's highlighted there in the color is the books that I completed. There are some books on here that I wanted to reread that I did read when I was a teenager. And that is Gone with the Wind and Tree Grows in Brooklyn. I like to read that one, those two. So I have to get on that. Yeah. Okay, so here's Around the Year in 52 Books. I tried this in 2017. I did not complete it. I only read 33 books. Yeah, it was a failure. So I tried to attempt it again in 2018, and I only completed 11 books that year. This year I started it, and I still haven't DNF'd all my January books. So I think that's a total failure for me. I cannot do it. Yeah. And here is December. This is the monthly log. And I kept track. I think this is when I stopped doing it. Yeah. I continued on making lists though. Here is my list of series to finish. I have started series, and my problem is I always find book one. I read book 1 and I love it, and then I go to book 2 and book 2 is not as good as book 1. So I have a lot of series that I started and I need to finish, so I try to jot down all the books that I need to read still. So this is a long list. It continues on 2 pages, 3 pages, 4 pages. See that? Yeah. All the ones that are marked off, that means I read them. It goes on for 5 pages long. So I told you, it turns into a book journal. And here is my December reading for 2017. Yeah, it didn't go so well. I tried to do a tracker, not so well. I also tried to do this log. This didn't work either. Then I did another wish list, and this time I didn't buy anything, but I have a wish list there. These are books that I read in 2018. I never finished it. I read more than 22 books, but I just never finished filling it in. And here is my shopping list for 2017 Christmas. And more books to read if you love Friends. And I started reading 1 book and I completed 1. I tried to track my steps. I stopped tracking it on the 23rd, didn't finish it. And then I started this Boho Berry challenge where every day she gave you something to write about, and I started to journal here. So here's just journaling, introductions, favorite memory. Then I did Smiles of December. I started, it's supposed to be gratitude. I started it, ended on the 24th, didn't finish it. Then I did another Boho Berry challenge, and I did all that. And I continued doing it. And then I did a holiday list in 2017. These are people that I sent cards to and that I received cards back from. And I thought that was really cool. Then my kids are on a chore type thing, and they earn money when they do their chores, so I was keeping track of that. Actually, I never finished the total in there. This is 2018. I did another Boho Berry challenge, money well spent, progress towards goals. And then this is a list of 2017 best books on Amazon. And why there are different colors is different categories. Yellow is short stories, blue is historical fiction, and purple is fiction. And then it goes graphic novels and nonfiction. So I highlighted each book. And if I read it, it has a dot. Yeah. So then this is my reading goals for 2018. I didn't finish it all. Then I have more series to finish. And Boho Berry challenge again for 2 pages. Then I have books that I bought in the Boxing Day sale at Book Outlets. And of course, I only read 1 book out of the 21 books that I bought. Yeah, so bad. My savings goals for 2018. This did not work out for me. I only saved 2 days out of the whole 2018. Everything else went to credit cards. Yeah, not so good. Then I have authors new to me. And I did read Wally Lamb, but I have not read the other 4 there. And then read more authors of my favorite authors, read more of their books. And I did read a few of my favorite books from Leah Mority and Kristen Hanna and Jodi Picoult and Frederick Bachman. I still need to read Shades of Grey. So, yeah, need to read that by Ruth Sepetys. And here is my January reading. I think I was keeping track of what I was reading in January, what I earned in January, and then in 2018, new releases that were coming out that I wanted to read. And I was still keeping track of that. Then I did my shop week. Mystery authors that I wanted to try. Still mysteries. Audiobooks that Mrs. Darcy recommended that you listen to. I listened to 2 of them so far. Netflix binge. These are binges that I like to, that I got recommendations from friends to watch. So I'm working on that. There's a few that I finished. Then I started tracking the Man Booker 2018 books and the Women's Prize shortlist. Then this is a reading list. Couldn't Put Down again. More books that are page turners. This is my goals that I needed to crush in September of 2018. I picked it up again. And then One Step at a Time. This is my tracking steps again. And more steps. And here's my YouTube channel. Yeah, I just want to cry. It's like, this is a lot of work to edit and do these videos. And I do a lot of videos. I don't know why I keep this channel up. Because I constantly do videos and I'm never... The subscriber count is going down instead of going up. So, yeah. I don't know. So, in 2018, September, I had 670. And now I have like 650. So, yeah. It doesn't go up. They took my advertising away. Because I was getting advertising. Because I reached 500. And then they took it away. So, now, like, it's crazy. Anyway... Yeah, so this is it. This is like, I want to cry every time I see this page, but oh well. This is my weight for Weight Watchers. And I started at 147, and every week that I went to Weight Watchers, I would put the weight down. So yeah, I finished the whole page. And then this one is my goals. Don't give up. This is for Weight Watchers. And this is a total failure. See, I wrote failure there. I tried to track my goals for October 2018. Did not work at all. I do like the November memories page. I drew something every day, like a little doodle. That was fun to do. So I did that in November. And here is my weight page again. And we are at 129.8. I reached lifetime at 48 weeks. That's why it's in yellow. Yeah, so I have a little more to go, and then I have to make another page. And here's my chores, my kids' chores for 2019. I did the chart there. This is my Christmas list for 2018, and that worked out good. And this is a habit trapper for January of 2019. I never finished it. And here's my Netflix that I want to, more lists that I want to watch. And this side is stuff that I watched already, which is really cool. So I started tracking that. And this is the page, the next page is what sits on my desk open. And this is where I kind of stopped writing. But this is my watching, what I've been watching for the last year on YouTube TV, on HBO and Netflix. So I've been keeping track to keep up where the heck I am, so I know what episode to watch next. So this is actually sits on my desk open, and as I watch it, it sits underneath my computer screen, and I check it off. And the last page I have in here is to set a new goal, and these are my goals for 2019. So I completed a few of them. So there are check marks on the stuff that I completed, which is make Lifetime, which I did. Start a snowball, which I started. That's on my debt thing. Buy a new car, which I bought in May. So that's pretty cool. I am going to attend the Triplet Convention in July. So my One Book July is going to come with me. So that's pretty cool. And some other things, let things go, keep a gratitude journal, reduce takeout, work on a budget, become clutter free. That is a constant thing. I am trying so much to get rid of stuff and do cluttering. use the library more. I do use the library more. So dream or a new dream. I will be active, which I need to exercise more now, especially now that I'm not working. Save money. That's, oh my God, I got to go on a buying. No spend July. Oh my God, I spent so much money in the last month. Read more. I am up to 31 books of my 60, so that's pretty cool. I'm right on target there. Be positive and love more is one of my goals. So yeah, so I'm finished with this. I just found out that I could keep a bookmark. So here is it usually closed this thing usually gets in my way, and somebody on YouTube, I don't remember who it was, but said, why don't you just use it as a bookmark? So now I'm really excited because that's what I'm doing now. So instead of closing the book, it's holding my book for where I am. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a very long video. And one book, July, I don't think I'm going to continue in this. I'm going to go into another book. But I just want to share with you what my bullet journal experience has been. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in another video. Bye.